rider rode into our town a stranger, rode out a hero. What happened in between, well, that's the stuff of legend.
We're at DigiDays with a man I'm always delighted to meet. Dude, how are you doing today?
Fine, just showing new Trials game to you guys.
Just a new Trials game, that's nothing really much. But tell us about Frontier. What are you showing here today?
Well, Trials Frontier is a mobile version of Trials. It's coming from tablets and mobiles next year.
Nice and simple, I like it. Tell us, why did you choose to go for that sort of Frontier style, that art style? Why particularly that?
Because the whole game is based on missions, so you have a certain missions on game. So we thought, hey, this needs some kind of storyline, background setting in a way that the missions are meaningful. So the people come to talk to you and say, hey, can you do this and this? They are not just normal people, they are people that are living this world that have some kind of backstory, and that's why the game feels more dynamic and you have reason to ride.
And we saw that even within the actual levels themselves, it's not even just about finishing ahead of everyone else. You're having to you'll have a mission where you have to do so many backflips during a level. I mean, is that how that sort of pans out?
Yeah, there's different kind of missions. For example, there's a fanboy who gives you all the time some kind of do backflip missions or wheelie a certain amount of time. But there's also different kind of people that may give you a mission that, hey, can you get the gold from this track? But the missions is not all. There's obviously friend competition there, and it's really huge part of the Trials. So nothing is broken in that sense. If you want to make a bet with friends and who is the best in certain tracks, that's still there.
Well, we know who's best, don't we, Nick? Yeah, we know. Talking about the upgrade system we saw there, that you can initially you upgrade the engine and everything. How does that work? So you upgrade your bike, but you also buy other bikes? How does it work?
Well, you upgrade the bike by upgrading different parts of your bike, but you are also collecting blueprint parts for your bike. So if you meet some villager and he say that, hey, I have some blueprint on a bike, you do a certain mission and you get the one part of the blueprint. Then you get, hey, okay, I need 4 more of these. Then I get the blueprints done, and then you can start manufacturing and improving that bike. So everything is tied in those missions. The missions give you reason to ride, and from those missions you get bike upgrades, money or new blueprints.
Let's talk about the controls, because this is the quintessential most important part of Trials, getting those sort of physics controls just perfect. Because you said just before this interview you've only got one chance of getting Trials out and getting it right. How long have you guys been working to get this perfect?
Well, I think obviously we have been taking lessons and learning from all the iPhone and mobile games we have done previously. And for example, the Moto Heroes iOS game had a bit similar control. So in that game we made sure that the controls work, they work right, and they have improved on this Trial. So it's not just the controls, it's also the physics. And the physics tuning has been like 6 months time until we have improved, slowly progressing and making sure everything works. So we have, for example, made copying of extreme tracks in Trials Evolution, and those tracks can be now passed in the same style, same tricks in this Trials Frontier game.
How many levels are we talking in total in the game, or have you got a rough idea of how many there will be?
I think it's over 60, but the total amount of missions you have is over 200. So there's really lots of play.
With the levels, is it the same structures? You've got easy, normal, hard, extreme. Is that the way the bit break up?
Yes, they are break up that way, but they are not unlocked by the same kind of mechanism. You unlock levels by different missions, and all the levels open up in one huge world map where all the levels are. But as you saw and just said, the difficulty is there when you select the track.
Talking about the user interface, I thought it was lovely. We were playing it on the touch there, that you can drag basically left-hand side to the right. You can look at basically the missions for each particular area, but then the right you just slide and you've got like leaderboards. Is that you guys sort of working out to make it as easy as possible for people to access like online leaderboards?
Yes, in a map you can see all your missions, and there you can kind of have badge there where you can see different missions what you have not done, so it's kind of something that you remember. But as you see on the other side, we have leaderboard that you slide just, and then you can see your friend leaderboard, compete against your friend, or see the global leaderboard.
And this is releasing on iOS first and then other formats later?
For sure it's now iOS when it's launched start of next year. Let's see about Android and other versions.
Get the game first. Get the game done first.
Yes. As you previously mentioned, trials can be released only once. It has to be really good.
Here to talk about Frontier, but I have to ask, what's the state of play with Fusion at the moment? Where are you guys with that?
We are currently now pre-alpha version, so it's not publicly available. Development is going good, so it's coming from Xbox One, PS4, Xbox 360 and PC.
You guys ever getting a break?
No.
Thanks very much indeed for talking to us. See you next time.
Thank you. Let's ride the bike.